What a night to be a Toronto sports fan. We've not been able to say that a whole lot lately, mostly regarding the Leafs, but they win tonight, 3-2 in overtime after coming back from a 2-0 deficit. And the Raptors on home court lay a beatdown on the Indiana Pacers, 118-100, and pick up the first home victory at Scotiabank Arena in 612 days. 2-3 on the year, the Toronto Raptors to this point, and a lot of road games looming, so you got to take care of your ones at home court. They did that today, winning by 18, and there were so many good performances in this game today. And it was wild because it reminds us a lot of that game against the Boston Celtics. The fact that the Raptors played incredible defense, turning the Celtics over a ton. They turned the Pacers over a ton in this game today. And it just flows into your offense, right? The crowd gets into it. The boys get into it. And it just free flows. And that's what this Raptor team did today. They had flat out great defense right from the get-go. And they didn't let up. They did not let up, but it's more specifically in the middle frames. The third quarter really is where they dug in and they got their offense cruising, more specifically Fred VanVleet. But overall, great game all around from the Toronto Raptors. And in the first quarter, the locomotive who got the train started in this game today was OG Anunoby. And I my numbers are off. I think he had the first 16 of 21 or something like that for the points for the Toronto Raptors. So something in along those lines. He was red hot to start this game. Raptors win the first quarter 29-24. Now, what was the storyline in the last game? The middle frame, the second and the third quarter, they were not very good. So how'd they rebound today? They stayed locked in defensively. They only allowed 24. They scored 28. You're plus in the quarter. You're plus 9 now at halftime. All right, you're feeling great. Now, what did we see against the Boston Celtics in the second half? They flat out dominated in the third quarter. What are you going to get out of this team in the third quarter? The same damn thing. 23 points allowed in that quarter. Turnover after turnover after turnover. It felt like every time Indiana came down the floor, Raptors were all over them. They scored 30 in the quarter. You're plus 16 going into the fourth quarter. Now it's closing time. Close this game strong. Don't let them back in it. And finish it off nicely. Now, it did get to a point, though, in that fourth quarter where they went on like a 7-0 run. It was very bleak, but it was a 7-0 run. Brought it down to 10. And the Raptors, okay, you need a counterpunch now. They did exactly that. And they win that fourth quarter 31-29. And they win it 118-100. Again, another game where the Raptors only allow 100 points, very minimal, and you score 118 because your defense was that good. Let's get to some specific players. Precious Achiuwa, the Mr. Double-Double streak ended today, unfortunately, but he had 10.6 boards, 4 of 9 shooting, had a steal and a block in the game today. He was very active all over the place, was Precious Achiuwa, so hey, I'll take that from the big man in the middle, especially when guys like OG, Scotty, and Fred VanVleet are buzzing the way they are. I'm okay with Precious not shooting the ball as much. Gary Trent Jr., look, again, a lot of tough shots he was taking today. 12 points, 4 boards, couple dimes, shot 4 of 14, 3 of 5 from the free throw line, was 1 of 6 from three-point range. However, as much as he was struggling shooting the ball today, he did get you 5 steals in the game. So he was incredibly active in the passing lanes and his active hands on defense. He helped your team in a different way today, and that's totally fine. If your shot's not going, find something else to do to help this team win, and that's what Gary Trent Jr. did in this one, all right? Let's get to the 3 guys in this game who flat out dominated, all right? OG Anunoby talked about the start that he had. Slowed down a bit because everyone else got hot. 25 points, 3 boards, 3 dimes for OG. Shot 9 for 21, so did trail off a little bit. But again, credit to him for this. He did take at least 2 or 3 back end of the shot clocks, had to heave it up because the ball ended up at him, right? But I'm okay with him taking those shots. He was 9 of 21 from the field, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, was 4 of 10 from three-point range, and you know what you're going to get from OG every single day. Say it with me. Defense. Yeah, you know. You guys know it. 5 steals and a denial for OG. 23, 3-3, had 4 threes made, had 5 steals and a block. Incredible stuff from OG Anunoby today. Scotty Barnes, look, he had a slow start to the game. I don't think he had a single point in the first quarter, but as the game started to go, as he started to feel the game out a bit, oh boy, Scotty made an impact. 18 points, 7 boards, 7 dimes, 8 of 17 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, didn't take a 3 in this game, had 2 blocks in the game today, including a monster slam. The fact that he turned the corner and was looking at the rim is like, I'm going to get to you, and I'm throwing this thing down. I don't care who gets in my way. And he rifled it down. I don't know who he went over. Well, he didn't go over anybody, but there was a guy on him, and then the shot contest. Either way, It was a big-time throwdown for Scotty Barnes. 18-7-7. If you saw the Instagram post, by the way, if you haven't, go check it out. The link is down below for it. I was saying a little bit of Rookie of the Year action. I know it's only 5 games into the season, but I'm watching what Jalen Suggs is doing. Cade hasn't played a game. Jalen Green's been all right. I'm looking at Scotty, and this guy is literally doing everything. He's shooting the ball efficiently. He's rebounding the ball. He's passing the ball extremely well. His defense is phenomenal. It's incredible to watch. This kid is 20 years old. Young Scotty is doing, your boy Scotty, that's his Instagram handle, doing fantastic things for the Raptors in the early goings of this one, even in the first quarter when he really didn't do anything. And a lot of times with rookies, that happens throughout the entirety of the game. But after the first quarter, he's like, all right, I'm going to get in on this stuff now. And then he drops 18-7-7 without even blinking an eye. 18 in the final 3 quarters, pretty much. Big night for Scotty Barnes. Now, arguably and probably the MVP in this game today. You could arguably go OG or Scotty, but Fred VanVleet was remarkable. 26 points, 10 boards, a career high. He had 17 assists in the last game, a career high. He had 6 assists in the game today, 10 of 18 from the field, with 6 of 7 from 3-point range, including that was it halftime? Or was it the end, at least the end of a shot? I don't know what the heck it was. Either way, the big-time shot that he made, it was a deep 3 at the end of the buzzer, and he knocked it down. I think it was close to halftime. And it was that 10-0 run that I talked about at the end of the second quarter. So, incredible stuff from Fred VanVleet. You know what you're going to get defensively from him every single night. Now, the bench gave you a little bit of mojo today. You had Delano Banton, who's been all over the place so far in the first few games of the year. This guy can flat out fly, right? He reminds me of Pascal in the sense that you give him the ball, he is running. Like, he doesn't care who's in the way. He is running. And his vision is very good as well. 10 points in the game, 1 rebound, 3 assists for the Rexdale native, 4 of 7 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3-point range. Fantastic game for Delano Banton. And Svi Mykhailiuk, as much as he didn't shoot the ball a whole lot, 7 points, 1 board, not a big game, but defensively he was great, and he made some really nice impact plays in the game. 3 of 4 from the field. Oh no, free throw line? I think it was 1 of 2 from 3 and 3 of 4 from the field, I believe. I could be wrong with that. No, I don't even know. 2 steals in the game today for Svi. He was really good. I liked his play in this one. And as a team, the Raptors shot 46% from the field, shot 47% from 3-point range. Man, that does help when Fred VanVleet goes 6-7. But great job all around there. 63% from the free throw line. That's kind of ugly, but again, it's a young team. They'll get better at that, no question. And remember, a couple games ago, they were 100%. So it's the peaks and valleys of an 82-game schedule. Indiana did shoot 48% from the field, 34% from 3-point range, and 82% from the free throw line. Before I get into the crazy numbers that I picked out in this game today, the Raptors held Domantas Sabonis to 9 points, 8 boards, and 3 dimes on 3 of 4 shooting. He took 4 shots. The Raptors were doubling him, gluing to him, and everything, forcing other guys to beat him. And at one point, Brogdon was beating them, but overall, the Raptors did a fantastic job. You contained the big guy in Domantas Sabonis, and you laid a beat down everywhere else. Great job. Raptors were +7 in the offensive boards category. Man, remember when this team was a horrendous rebounding squad? And that was just last year, when Aaron Baines was in the squad. Man, that feels like years and years ago that he was on this team. +7 in the offensive boards, +12 in steals. They had 12 more turnovers than the Toronto Raptors did. Points in the paint, +18. Second chance points off of those offensive boards, +12. And points off of turnovers. They were +12, right? They had 12 more turnovers. We were +18 in points off of turnovers. Great job by the Raptors playing our defense, getting out and running. Beautiful stuff from the Toronto Raptors today. Now, moving on to the next one. As Raptors look to get back to 500, they welcome in Jalen Suggs and the Orlando Magic to Scotiabank Arena on Friday night at 7 o'clock. Every Raptor fan, even including myself, at draft night was yelling for Jalen Suggs, at least for the first 5 games of the year. They're entirely different stratospheres right now. Now it's only 5 games into the young career. Suggs will be a great player, and he's probably going to have a chip on his shoulder because the Raptors did not select him It's going to be interesting to see that game on Friday night with Jalen Suggs facing Scotty Barnes at Scotiabank Arena at 7 o'clock, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game this evening, because, oh, yeah, it was fun to watch. Smack the like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys not already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game, what you like, what you not like from today's game for the Toronto Raptors. Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM to like great stuff. The Instagram link is down below as well, so follow up there if you have not done so already, and I will talk to you guys Leafs edition very shortly, and I'm actually going to be somewhat happy with the game because they won in overtime over the Chicago Blackhawks in Chicago. And as for the Toronto Raptors, they welcome in Orlando and Jalen Suggs and the Orlando Magic to Scotiabank Arena there on Friday night. 7 p.m. tip-off there as the Raptors look to win back-to-back games to get back to 500 on the season at 3-3, all right? So you know what, guys? Thank you so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll talk to you guys then.